sunburn, sunset, repeat.
And we're backstage with Luke Bryan. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So I saw on your Instagram you posted about your son Tate's birthday with that amazing slip and slide.
Yeah.
How long did that take to put together?
Well, it was me and a couple of guys that work at my farm. They started a day before, and then I came in off the road and kind of
did the finishing touches.
And then we were being overly careful, and we picked kind of a slope that wasn't,
gonna run you into a tree.
Well, that or kids. We didn't want kids hurling down the slip and slide, running 45 miles an hour. So we that's when we integrated the ATV just to kind of speed up the process.
Now, speaking of your farm, I know you have tons of different animals there. Are rabbits among them?
We have a bunch of wild rabbits. Like, it's funny. We don't have the whole fluffy pet rabbits or anything, but that may be a good idea.
Here's my question about rabbits. Do you think rabbits are in it for love, or are they all about the sex?
Definitely the sex. Nobody gets after it that much.
If they're about love.
If they're about love.
Yeah, I don't think there's any cuddling after. So based on your song Fast, if you could go back to any moment in your life, what would you want to relive?
Gosh, that's tough. Probably, that's tough. I mean, probably the birth of our children. I mean, nothing gets better than that. Like, if you didn't have to deal with the children,
just fast forward a couple of years.
Yeah, if you could just
right past all that crying,
like
and
have fun, smoke cigars, pop champagne, hold the little creature in your hand, and then hand them off for about 5 years. I mean, I'd have like 20 kids.
But that's not the way it works out.
It was funny because we both of our kids, because I was on the road so much, we induced, we knew what day we were having the babies, and so I would just roll into the hospital. I was like, we had our little
bag and plan.
Yeah,
and
we had it all planned out, and I always tell Caroline, I'm like, those were like the best days, and she was like, yeah, you weren't giving birth to it,
so not one of my best.
Yeah, the
pain-free days.
Having the kids is so special when you when you look at your children for the first time. And Caroline's brother and wife, they're having their little boy this week.
Oh, so exciting!
So we are super. There's going to be some celebration around the Bryan house.
Good. Now let me ask you this: when you were a kid, did you have an imaginary friend? And if not, do your kids have one?
They don't. I've never noticed them to have any. I was. I had like the teddy bear that
talked to you.
Well, I just didn't let like the little bear that I didn't ever let out of my sight. And then when you start sleeping over, start doing sleepovers, and then
it got awkward, right?
It gets a little awkward. My 8-year-old, he has a little bear named or little puppy dog named Mac, and Mac is slowly getting phased out, which is sad, but we've turned the car around and diverted
go back for that.
to go get the blankets and the animals. And I was that way too. I think it's a good little element. Teaches you how to love. Teaches you a little
attachment and then
love.
Detachment.
Exactly.
At the right time.
So, what do you think is the worst part about dating?
I
know it's probably been a while. But
what don't you miss about it?
I tell, like, yeah, I'm not interested in like the whole get to know, just the whole.
Can't we speed past
get to the rabbit face?
Yeah.
Circle back around to the
but
rabbit.
I guess just the whole. Like, it's all so kind of fake in the beginning,
you're waiting to let that phase go by.
Yeah. It's like for the first year you're meeting the representative. You're You're not meeting the true person.
It's so true.
Yes,
It's just
yeah.
it's like I have a rule. It's called bringing the crazy up front,
Yeah.
and he thinks it's a terrible idea
Because
but
you're expecting the person to hold back on the crazy. So if you're bringing the crazy, you're expecting, all right, it's going to get a whole lot worse past this point.
I say
Yeah.
be real up front. Okay.
It's well,
What
but
would you
still,
pick?
like a year in, then next thing you know, you're using the bathroom with the door open, and all the mystery is gone.
All right, final question, because we're getting the wrap
Yeah.
over here. So if you were on a deserted island and you could only bring one of your opening acts from all of your entire career that would help you survive, who would it be?
That would help me survive.
Yeah, survival skills. This is hard. Because John Party said you right away.
Did he?
Yes,
Yeah.
because you knew how to hunt. But I don't want to pressure you into saying John Party. There might be somebody better.
I know somebody's feelings are going to get hurt.
We won't tell. Survivalist. Opening act.
Survivalist.
Yeah. Or at least they're going to keep you entertained if they're going to. You're pretty good with hunting and fishing on your own. Maybe somebody who would keep you entertained and not.
Well, definitely Stapleton, because I could just give him a guitar and he could just
Sing for
to
you.
me, and that would be like the best way to be on a deserted island.
Perfect. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank y'all.
To be fair, Party said you because he goes, he's got a plane.
Right on.
To be fair, he did say you, but he was like, dude's got a plane. I'll just fly.
Thank y'all.